When faced with the decision to benefit yourself or your community, what do you do? That's what happened to us, Samsung, on Wednesday when we found out about the opportunity to fully recreate Lenovo's PAL technology. Our team, consisting of myself, Haley Billicraley,
Arlene Graywall,
Matt Baker,
James Terlucas,
and Quinn Martin,
has been reflecting on this dilemma, and we have finally reached a decision. But first, let's start off with how did this happen?
So to start off, this dilemma is more on the technological side of things. PAL technology has been a known piece of advanced technology which is used to test products in the making. Lenovo allows companies such as Apple to observe how they create this technology, and being a part of Samsung, we were actually lucky enough to have 2 of our employees go and observe for our company. There's some very strict rules, one being no photos or pictures allowed at all. Michelle, an employee of our design team, decided that it would be best to get photos of these pieces of technology to help our company out. Since Michelle decided to get these pictures, the decision must be made whether we should use these photos or not to use these photos. Luckily, no one saw her get these photos to our knowledge. Do we know for sure? No, we don't know. And this is what makes the dilemma we're in very tricky to solve and get over, because one leaked photo will cause our company to be in critical condition and cause our company reputation to take a huge hit. Pass it on to Quinn.
So there's 3 factors of decision making. First being individual. So as an individual, you're responsible for your choice to discuss with your team whether or not we should go through with using these photos of stolen technology, or to delete the photos and generate our own ideas. Second is organization. So as an organization, we are responsible for providing our design team with proper teaching and knowledge on what ethical business protocols and practices would look like in the future. And the third step is the business system. So the information technology industry needs to implement strict regulations and guidelines to follow, preventing technology theft from occurring in the industry and allowing an easier way to catch culprits that partake in this act.
This was a right versus right problem that involves the individual versus the community. So the 3 options we decided on were: option 1, use the spy photos taken by Michelle and replicate the technology to help get ahead. Option 2, delete the spy photos and enforce consequences on those involved, such as Michelle, by terminating their employment with Samsung. Option 3 is to delete the spy photos and internally discipline those who are involved to ensure other events like this won't happen in the future.
So option 1, where we use the photos to recreate the PAL technology, could be justified economically. This is because our industry functions as an oligopoly, so the rivalry amongst our competitors is so fierce. Recreating the PAL technology could be the one thing that we need to become the leaders in our industry. Also, we know from members from our China team that even though intellectual property rights is illegal to steal, it's not an enforced law. So there's a high chance that if we do use the photos to recreate the technology, we won't be charged. But there are consequences to option 1.
So these consequences would be, first of all, this action is not moral, because we are not only stealing the technology designed by another company, but we are also lying to the public and our consumers if we were to propose these ideas as our own. And it's also not legal because in North America, technology theft can be deemed a federal crime based on the severity of the case and can be punishable by not only prison time, but substantial amounts of fines ranging up to billions of dollars to cover the damages.
For option 2, just like option 1, there is pros and cons to deleting the photos and firing those involved. This decision is moral by keeping our word with Lenovo and not betraying any trust we've developed with the company. This decision is also legal due to the fact that we are getting rid of all evidence of the illegal photos taken, and there will be no way to tell that we took them.
So for option 2, the con is only economical. We would have to fire employees, which will create an extra cost because we will need to fill their positions. Since there's a large threat of substitutes, if we make a wrong decision, such as this issue brought to the public eye, we can risk losing our customers.
So moving on to option 3, where we'll quietly delete the photos and nothing will be brought up to the public. We know that this is a moral option because it passes all of the ethical tests. That's being the legal test, regulation, mom, stench, and the front page. For example, the front page is how it would look in a newspaper headline or even a social media post. Additionally, option 3 is legal because we aren't taking any action to steal intellectual property. We also don't risk losing any customers with Action 3 because we're acting quietly. This is especially important in our industry because we have such a high buyer power. It's also crucial to reflect on our core values as a company. Our mission and vision statement is based off of the fact that we're such an innovative company, and stealing that design from Lenovo is going against its value. That's why we should choose option 3, because we're not going against our values.
For option 3, we face the economic con. So where we are right now, we've always been struggling to compete with Apple and get on top of them. And without using these photos, not using them at all, we would stay where we are right now and continue to struggle in competition with Apple. This would keep the threats and our number of threats at the same spot as they are right now and not allow us to climb. But for us, we want to be morally right, be legal, have no illegal hoaxes at all, and stay legit and try and climb to the top legitimately. Pass it on.
Now it's time for our final decision. The final decision we're making is option 3. The reason why we chose this is because we feel, number 1, we're not cheating our way to the top. Number 2, we're obeying the law by not stealing the technology. Number 3, teaching and improving our employee behaviors instead of instilling and harshly pushing them away from us. Another reason why we believe option 3 is the best is because it aligns with our company values, including our vision statement, which is inspire the world with our innovative technologies, products, and designs that enrich people's lives and contribute to social prosperity by creating a new future. The other options go against it because we are focused on being innovative, and stealing other people's ideas is not being innovative. In conclusion, we believe our final decision is ethical and legal.
Just want to say thank you so much for tuning in, paying attention. We do indeed firmly believe that option 3 is the best way to go, and it was an honor, and thank you again.